Hey there, welcome back to my channel, and let's get into today's video. Today's video came as a request from one of the viewers concerning homeschoolers and what does it take for a homeschooler to get into one of the 5 federal service academies. I have to admit, I've only interviewed one homeschooler in all the years I've been doing academy interviews. And that person had a very extensive background, had a lot of things going for them, but that was the only person I interviewed. And to tell you the truth, I really didn't think about them until I was asked this question. So I had to do some research, and the research I did was very interesting. And I will provide a copy of the research paper that I generated for this video on my website, and that link will be below in the notes below. But let's get into the topic. So homeschoolers really are not looked at any differently than regular students when applying to the academy. Although they have to do things a little differently than normal students have to do it. But we're going to break it down into basically 3 sections: academics, athletics, and leadership slash community service extracurricular activities. So I'm going to get into the academics first here. And the academics are the same for any student going to the academy. And I'm just going to review this very quickly so that the base is set for what has to be done for an academy and has to be done for a homeschooler. Once again, mathematics, 4 years of math, strong foundation, geometry, algebra, trig, and calculus is strongly recommended. Science, a year of chemistry with lab. Physics, a year of physics with your lab. And biology, if possible. English, 4 years of English with special attention on study of practical writing. So once again, writing is always very important, and it's highlighted here also. Foreign language, 2 years of a foreign language. And history, 1 full year of U.S. history, and if possible, a full year of European history. So that's the same for anybody who wants to go to the academy. I think what's a little bit different, though, for a homeschooler is how do you show your proficiency in these subjects. There's basically 2 ways. The first way is to take AP classes. So if you take an AP class, an AP level study in homeschooling, and you take the AP test, that AP test is a standardized test. And that AP test can levelize you against the whole country. So whether you get a 5 or a 4 or a 3, that sets you up to where you are in that subject for the AP test. Also, there's SAT, ACTs. Everybody has to take the SAT, ACTs, and the SAT, ACTs are the great leveler right across the country. A 800 in California is the same as the 800 in Maine, as the same as the 800 in Florida. So the SATs are the global leveler. But also there are standardized tests that states and organizations give for homeschoolers to make sure that you're proficient in the grades that your homeschooler, which is usually a parent, is giving you is consistent with what's expected for that state's level of education. And it's highly recommended that you take those equivalency tests and that you record those scores. So besides the AP classes, the SAT, ACTs, and the standardized equivalency tests, dual curriculum is also highly recommended. If you can take a study class at a community college or a local college / university, where you can be homeschooled and maybe take a class in English or biology or something that's grade level appropriate for you to get into, and those usually are offered by community colleges, that also adds a lot of weight to your academic resume for the academy. So I think that the combination of homeschooling and the combination of a community college class or online class or something like that that's standardized is a great value. Now, the thing to know is that if you are homeschooled, Most of the academies give the SAT, ACTs a weighting of 40% when it comes to academics. And then the other 60% is spread out among the AP classes, how you did the standardized tests, the equivalency standardized tests, etc. So once again, the SATs are very important. AP classes are very important. And if you can, take a dual enrollment class, and that's very important also. So I think the message here for the academic section is it's no different than anybody else, except you have to go and show that the work that you did as a homeschooler is as good, or if not better, than somebody who went to a regular high school curriculum. So now we're going to move on to athletics. Athletics for a homeschooler, obviously there's no varsity team for homeschool. There's no football team, there's no basketball team, there's no organized sports like that in your homeschool curriculum. However, many states and many school districts do allow homeschoolers to participate on the high school teams. You cannot be excluded from participating on a high school team. You have to try out just like everybody else, but you can participate in a high school team for whatever your chosen sport is. And you have to make those practices and participate as a regular member of the team, even though you don't go to the school as a student. And that's a great thing if you can do that. If you cannot do that because of distance or where you're located or for whatever reason, you are highly encouraged to join, club teams, CYO teams, organizations that have, organized baseball, organized basketball, organized swimming, teams such as that. There are plenty of clubs, teams, youth organizations that have teams and have team sports that you could be a member of and that you can be a leader of. Now, additionally, individual athletic pursuits are highly encouraged, such as if you're a martial artist, if you are a runner, if you participate in 5Ks, you're a distance runner, individual skier, things such as that. It's highly encouraged. But the emphasis is given to team sports, and you have to make the effort to participate in team sports. Now, the last section, which is really no different than any other evaluated section when it comes to receiving a Service Academy nomination or a Service Academy appointment, is leadership and extracurricular activities. Now, if you can participate in a team sport, you become a team leader, a team captain, co-captain, whatever, that's great. But once again, you have to participate in extracurricular activities. You are not excluded from those activities because you're homeschooled. The activities such as church groups, community groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy State, 4-H clubs, leagues, things such as that, Sea Scouts, you can participate in if you're a homeschooler. You are not excluded from those because you're homeschooler, and you are highly encouraged to go and participate in those. Military preparatory organizations such as Civil Air Patrol, Sea Cadets, and Young Marines, you're encouraged to participate in those also. And those actually are a very good thing to do because they give you a little insight of what military service is about. Now, I know that the Civil Air Patrol and Sea Cadets are not the military, but they do have some type of regiment to them, and they do give a young person some idea what it is to wear a uniform, to show up, to do things on schedule and in a formation, and how to be a member of an organized group such as the military. I just want to read this quote to you, and I think it says a lot about what you have to do as a homeschooler to get entrance into a service academy. It's up to you. You have to be motivated. You might have to travel distances to participate in some of these activities. It might take a lot of extra time out of your schedule, but it's something that you have to be diligent about and you have to pursue. And if you do that, if you do things above and beyond, things that are difficult for you to do, but you do them, it shows that you are able to do difficult things and that you are able to do things at the academy. So it's up to you to make sure that you take the extra tests, you take the AP tests, you join outside activities such as scouting, Civil Air Patrol, Boy State, all of those things, and then you have a well-rounded resume that is just as good, or if not better, than a traditional high school student. So let me just leave you with this. I mean, students out there, it's clear what you have to do, but you can't do it by yourself. You need your parents and your guardians to fully support you, to get you to these places, to enroll you in these things, to pay the fees for the sports that are not covered by the high school, to do all of these things. So it really is a team effort between you and your parent/guardian to get all this stuff done. Now, for the seniors out there who are homeschooled, that you're going in and you're applying to the upcoming class, a lot of the stuff, that's time has passed for you, but you still can do the academic stuff like the AP classes, the tests, etc. Really, I'm talking right now to the juniors. The juniors, if you're starting your junior year, here's a roadmap of how to do it. And this document that I put together is down below in the notes. Go look at this document and use this as a source to guide you on what you have to do in the next year, year and a half as you go forward in your application process for the academy. So that's all I have on this. I found this a very interesting topic that I didn't know a lot about, but I guess I know a little bit more about it now. I hope that you found it interesting, and I hope you get what you want. So thank you for watching, and bye now.